everyone! I am so excited that we get to read a story today that lots of kids all over the world love. It's a book called The Pout-Pout Fish. Can you say that? It's called The Pout-Pout Fish. Yeah, this is a story about a little fish who lives in the ocean and is always pouting. He's always frowning and moping, and the other fish don't really like to be around him because of that. But we'll find out how he changes to be a little bit happier in just a minute. First, I want to introduce you to two of my new friendship bugs. The first one, I'm sorry to tell you, is a little bit like the Pout-Pout fish. His name is Pouter. Can you say it? His name is Pouter. Yeah, Pouter is my friendship bug who is always pouting. He always has a frown on his face. He cries very easily. In fact, you can even see the tears on his face. He gets upset all the time over even just little things. So one time I saw all the friendship bugs running out to recess to play on the swings, and Pouter didn't get the swing he wanted, and he cried and cried and cried and said, "I wanted that swing." Can you say that like him? Ready? "I wanted that swing." Yeah, he gets very upset. Even if there's other swings he could choose, he wanted the one he wanted, so now he's going to be upset all recess long. One time I saw the other bugs getting into line, and one of the friendship bugs pushed Pouter, and he fell apart, crying and pouting, "You pushed me!" Ah! And sometimes kids will say, "But wait a minute, what if it was an accident? What if somebody just bumped into him? They weren't trying to hurt him." Guess what? It doesn't matter. Whether someone pushes him on purpose or bumps him on accident, he gets so upset. He cries, he frowns, he falls apart. I'll give you one more example. If the teacher was passing out a snack for all the other bugs and Pouter happened to get his snack very last, you know what he would do. He would pout, he would cry, he would be so upset. "I wanted the first snack." And it doesn't matter that he still got a snack. He wants what he wants, and he wants it now. And if he doesn't get it, he becomes very upset and pouts for a long time. In fact, let's put Pouter away and meet the bug who's the opposite of Pouter. His name is Bouncer. Can you say it? His name is Bouncer. Yeah, and you might be saying, wait, is his name Bouncer because he likes to bounce places on his little belly? No, his name is Bouncer because even if he gets upset, he can bounce back and not stay upset. So if he ran out to recess and he really, really wanted that swing and one of the other bugs got it, he might be upset and disappointed and say, "Oh, dang it, I wanted that swing." But then he's going to say, "That's okay." Can you say it like him? He says, "That's okay." Yeah, he doesn't stay upset for a long time. If he were getting into line and another bug pushed him and said, "Hey, I want to stand there," Bouncer would tell them, "Hey, don't push me, please." But he wouldn't fall apart and cry and be upset the rest of the day. And if somebody bumped into him on accident and said, "Oh, sorry I bumped you," guess what he would say? "That's okay." He probably wouldn't even get upset at all. If the teacher were passing out snacks and he got the very last snack, he wouldn't be upset and cry about it. He would say, "Well, maybe I wanted the first snack, but that's okay." He's really good at saying, even if I feel disappointed or sad or upset about something, I can get over it pretty quickly. I can bounce back and say, "That's okay." Can you do it? That's okay. Yeah. So let's put Pouter and Bouncer away so that we can read The Pout-Pout Fish. And I want you to notice how the Pout-Pout fish is a lot like my friendship bug, Pouter. He gets upset about everything. And then watch at the end how someone helps him become a bouncer. Deep in the water where the fish hang out lives a gloomy swimmer with an ever-present pout. That means he's always pouting. He's always frowning. Can you show me a frown like him? Like, Ready? Yeah, he's always pouting. I'm a pout-pout fish with a pout-pout face, so I spread the dreary wearies all over the place. That's what he says. He says, I'm a pout-pout fish with a pout-pout face. He means that's just how my face looks. I was just born that way. And when he says, I spread the dreary wearies, can you say dreary wearies? Ready? Dreary wearies. Yeah, that means, and other people are in a bad mood when they're around me because I'm never cheerful and friendly. I just pout all the time. And he spreads dreary wearies all over the place. We're actually going to hear this line kind of a lot. I wonder if you could learn it. If I say it first, can you echo me and say it after me? Okay, my turn first. I'm a pout-pout fish. I'm a pout-pout fish with a pout-pout face, with a pout-pout face. So I spread the dreary wearies, so I spread the dreary wearies all over the place, all over the place. Good, that's what he says. And then look what he does here. Blub, blub, blub. Can you do that? Ready? Blub, blub, blub. He pouts more and more and more. Oh dear. Along comes a clam with a wide winning grin and a pearl of advice for her pal to take in. That means she's going to tell him an idea. Hey, Mr. Fish, with your crosstown frown, don't you think it's time to turn it upside down? She says, wait a minute, you're always frowning. Couldn't you turn it upside down into a smile? Show me if you can do that. Frown. Now turn it upside down. Good. Says the fish to his friend, nice thought, Miss Clam. I hear what you're saying, but it's just the way I am. He says, I can't help it. Maybe it is a good idea to try smiling, but it's just who I am. And if you remember how to say this part, you can say it with me. He says, I'm a pout-pout fish with a pout-pout face, so I spread the dreary wearies all over the place. And then do you remember how he does this part? Blub, blub, blub. Pouting more and more and more. And look, he's fallen down into a little peanut butter jar that somehow found its way to the bottom of the ocean. I bet he's upset about that. Along comes a jellyfish. He floats through the ocean, his tentacles all trailing in a gentle locomotion. That means they're just floating very gently in the water. Hey, Mr. Fish, with your daily scaly scowl, I wish you wouldn't greet us with a grimace and a growl. He says, I wish you wouldn't always frown at us and scowl at us and make a sad face at everyone. We don't like it. Says the fish to his friend, Mr. Jelly, I agree. I'd like to be more friendly, but it isn't up to me. What? He thinks I can't help it. I wish I could be more friendly. I wish I could quit pouting, but it's not up to me? Show me a thumbs down. That's not true. He could change it if he wanted to. Say this part if you know it. He says, I'm a pout-pout fish with a pout-pout face, so I spread the dreary wearies all over the place. In this part, he says, blub, blub, blub. He just keeps pouting, even when people give him good ideas. Along comes a squid, quite a slender, squiggly sight. She is squirmy, she is squelchy, she is slightly impolite. That means she might say something kind of rude that hurts your feelings. Hey, Mr. Fish, you kaleidoscope of mope. How about a smile, a little joy, a little hope? If she calls him a kaleidoscope of mope, it means every time I look at you, no matter where I look at you from, you're always moping, you're always frowning. Says the fish to his friend, Mrs. Squid, I would try, but I haven't any choice. Take a look and you'll see why. I bet you know what he's going to say. I'm a pout-pout fish with a pout-pout face, So I spread the dreary wearies all over the place. Blub, blub, blub. It doesn't matter which animals he sees, he's going to pout. Along comes an octopus with 8 great arms, covered on the underside with tiny sucker charms. Hey, Mr. Fish, let me tell it to you straight. Your hulky, bulky sulking is an unattractive trait. If he says your sulking is an unattractive trait, he means actually all of us other animals don't like when you sulk and pout and spread your dreary wearies all over the place. We don't want to be around it. Says the fish to his friend, Mr. 8, my chum, with a mouth like mine, I am destined to be glum. He means I won't ever be able to change it. Ready? I'm a pout-pout fish with a pout-pout face. So I spread the dreary wearies all over the place. Blub, blub, blub. And look at this one, he's even upside down on the rock. Like, I just can't help it. I'll always pout and be upset. Now along comes a fish in a silent silver shimmer. The gang has never seen before this bright and brilliant swimmer. She's new among them. She approaches Mr. Fish, but instead of saying hey, she plants a kiss upon his pout, and then she swims away. What? She gives him a little kiss. She doesn't tell him how to change. And look how surprised the creatures over here are. They're going, what? Can you do that? Ready? What? Good. Oh dear, I wonder what he's going to do. Mr. Fish is most astounded. Mr. Fish is just aghast. He is stone-faced like a statue, then he blinks and speaks at last. If he is astounded and aghast, it means he's going, he can't even speak, he's so surprised. Can you try that? Ready? Good. My friends, says Mr. Fish, I should have known it all along. I thought that I was pouty, but it turns out I was wrong. He's not pouty? I'm a kiss-kiss fish with a kiss-kiss face for spreading cheery cheeries all over the place. Wait a minute, that time he didn't say dreary wearies, he said cheery cheeries. Can you say cheery cheeries? Cheery cheeries. Yeah, he means actually, maybe I could start spreading cheer instead of glum everywhere I go. And I love this page. Look what he does. So I'll smooch, 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 smooch. He's just kissing everyone. He's giving everyone a little mwah, kiss on the cheek. So I'll smooch, 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 smooch. Can you say that? Ready? Smooch. He decided, actually, I like being cheerful. I like putting people in a happy mood. I think I don't have to pout all the time. Maybe it is up to me. He finally realized the truth. I love that book. And it reminds me of Bouncer because, of course, Bouncer doesn't say you have to go around kissing everyone, but Bouncer does remind us you can choose not to be disappointed and upset all the time. You can choose to spread cheery cheeries instead of dreary wearies. Thanks for listening. Have a good day. Bye.